Well, delighted that our new first team manager at Gillingham Football Club, Gareth Ainsworth, has joined us. Gareth, firstly, welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for your time. I know it's been probably a bit of a whirlwind the last 24 hours. Just give us your first thoughts on having officially arrived at the club.
Yeah, the last week has been crazy. It really has, and obviously coming here was a huge decision. A big decision for me. A lot of things coming into that. But yeah, initial reaction is everyone's welcoming. Nice journey over, which was better than I thought. Yeah, looking forward to getting stuck in now. It's a day off today for the players, so tomorrow I want to get going with the players, get them out on the pitch, and make good direction for the game on Saturday. But yeah, real first thoughts is the club I've played here many times and managed here a couple of times as well. Tough place to come, and I want to make that happen again.
Talk us through the move. Obviously, you've departed Shrewsbury Town to come to Gillingham. Just talk us through that move. What was it about this club that made you feel you wanted to come here?
Yeah, listen, the move from Shrewsbury, I mean, there's a precursor to this, because last summer Gillingham approached me and Dobbo when we were both out of work, and we had something else bubbling away in the pipeline. I'm sure Brad and Shannon won't mind me saying, and we held out for something that didn't happen, and we cut our losses and said, okay, that would have been a good move, Gillingham of course, but we held out, and we've kept an eye on things obviously from a distance. But then Shrewsbury came in and it felt great, and that club, I have to say, is a fantastic club. Means a lot to me. People will probably be watching this shouting at the screen now, but it did, and the chairman there's a great guy, fantastic. They're trying to get some investment in, and that place is set up for some good success. But Gillingham approached Shrewsbury for permission to speak to me, and speaking with Brad and Shannon again, I wanted to talk again, and it all came from there. I've met Brad. Shannon's great, and she's over here a lot, doing a lot of the day-to-day stuff here. It's a move that excites me, because there's a plan in place, for the next 2 seasons. There's a journey in place. There's how we're going to get there. A real sort of outline of what they want to do. That attracted me. And obviously the bonus living at home again is big. Being away from home was tough for me. So living at home, that's a bonus that I get with this as well. But the club does excite me. It's a club that obviously, let's say, I played against in the Championship, in League One and League Two, and I think I really feel it's underachieved for a couple of years, and I think that there's a chance to build something special here, and I want to have a go at that, because things are in place now. I've spoke about all that behind the scenes, the structure, and how they want to do it. It's all in place, so that's what I've been excited by, and looking forward to getting stuck into that.
In the immediate short term, of course, we've got 9 games to go until the current season finishes. Have you set yourself any short-term objectives, or was it merely assess the squad and assess who's here?
No, I'm in no illusion of where we are in the league. We want to win some games. I say the club's underachieved definitely for the last couple of years, and it's proven by where they sit right on the table now. So I want to get away from that position without a doubt. I want to win some games. I think all football managers would say that. You can start having a look at your squad towards the end of the season, and obviously I want to do that, but I'll have training to do that as well. We want to start winning some games and making our position better in the table, because it's not good enough at the moment, and I really want to improve that. So first things coming in, can we get some points on the board, and also look at the squad in games, in training. I want to see attitudes. I want to see how they cope with a change of manager, how they cope with change of systems, different directions, different coaching techniques, but also kind of people there as well. What are their standards? Because I'm big on values and standards, and that's going to become apparent, and I want the boys to get there. On top of that, I'll be there for them. I care for them. That's one big thing. I will always. The boys, Wickham, Shrewsbury, QPR, are there for them all. And I want them to reach that standard, and I want it here at Gillingham as well. So they'll know that I'll help them get there, and I'll be caring for them. I'll catch them if they fall, but we must start getting to these standards and achieving this, not just football, but the way we live, the way we conduct ourselves around the place. You know, that's big for me, and you know, the values will be high here, but there's a lot of work to do. Believe me, there is some work to do in the infrastructure and also in the squad as well.
Well, it probably ties into our next question. So longer term, what are you hoping to achieve here? Obviously, those standards which you'll set with the players, but I guess it's just to make sure we're challenging perhaps at the other end of the table.
Yeah, that ultimately you want to be at the top end of the table. You want to be winning games. You know, my philosophy as a coach is up and at them. You know, no player. My aim is to make sure no player leaves anything out on that pitch at all. You know, every breath they've got, they give on that pitch. Because I believe that winning then becomes a byproduct of all the good things you do. You train right, you live right, you leave everything on that pitch, and winning comes. So I don't just going to come in, I'm going to win loads of games. How do you want to do that? You know, and the structure is really important at that. So we're gonna make sure that the boys know what it means to be a Gillingham player. You know, and you know, you give that shirt to any fan, they'd run their socks off and give absolutely everything they've got. I want the players to buy into that as well. You know, if we need to go out and press teams, I want them to press with the most intensity they've got. If we need to sit in against teams, again, we'll be organised and structured. There's different ways of winning games, and we'll have different tactics in different games. There's so much work to do, there's so much building to do here. But in this 2-year journey, I want this club to hugely improve. Whether that means the next level or it means we're really competitive. But there's a plan in place, a 2-year journey, which I want to be a part of. And I know Brad and Shannon are well bought into that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not an overnight job, is it? It's a process. It's going to take time. It's going to take some patience as well.
Absolutely, you know. Like I say, that this grandeur belief that people have got that, you know, we can do this and get to this level. No way. We've got to build as a club, and I'm hoping the fans will understand this. This isn't going to be overnight success, believe me. There's going to be plenty of building. So I think there's sort of been one thing after another that and we're trying to patch things up. It needs a bit of a sort of bomb dropping on it and going, right, let's get this 2-year plan going from now, and let's go forward with this. And that's what I want to do. You know, it's big for me that culture, a sense of belonging. You know, I want the players to walk in and I want them to feel like they belong to something. I want to feel the culture, feel the change of management, the change of standards. I want them to feel that. Whether we can do that in a few weeks, not sure, but definitely over time. And this 2-year plan is the reason that I'm here. It excites me.
And of course, bringing with you Richard Dobson, a long-term assistant of yours. For those who don't know Richard, I'll call him Richard in the interview, Dobbo, just talk to me about Richard. What does he bring to the table? How does he help you?
Yeah, no, it's Dobbo all day. You know, I'm sure the fans will start singing his name because he is my right arm. You know, he's here. He's been here from day one when I got the Wickham job, right back in 2012, I think, something like that, or 2013. We both said on that day, we said, look, if you get it, I'll back you. If you get it, I'll back you. We don't know who we were going to get that job. It was chaos at that club. They gave it to me. Dobbo's backed me from day one. He never walks out of a room without backing my decision or our decision. He's very, very competent at coaching. Develops players like you won't believe. He's responsible for some magnificent players who've gone on to play in the Premier League from youth when he was his time at Wickham. And together we've developed some brilliant players, you know, on their journeys. And Dobbo is the opposite to me, so don't expect him to be bouncing up and down the touchline like a lunatic. He's very calm and calculated, a real thinker. But like I say, I couldn't do it without him. You know, there's no way I would go anywhere without him. And I think we come as a pair. You know, and after over 600 games together now on the touchline, you know, we're proud of what we've done. You know, there's been some testing times, there's been some great times, We've had some great moments this season at Shrewsbury, some fantastic moments, you know, and I hope to bring some of those fantastic moments here. But there will be some testing times as well, and it's great to have someone like that, steady, reliable, just consummate professional coach that Dobbo is. He's a fantastic assistant.
You mentioned the owner a little while ago in the interview. I'm sure you've spoken to Brad, Shannon. I know you've spoken to Joe at length. Do you have that real collective excitement now just to get this sort of 2-year plan started?
Yeah, honestly, I think that they've learned a little bit. They've admitted to me that they've learned a little bit about English football. It's tough coming over here and getting involved in it. But I think for them to identify myself and Dobbo and to come for us at Shrewsbury and get us out of Shrewsbury took a lot, you know, not just tempting us, but also other things as well to get us out, and I really respect that, and that shows that they've got huge belief in us in this 2-year plan. If they've chosen us to execute this 2-year plan, I'm all in. I really want to give it a go because of what they've laid out in front of me and said, this is our 2-year plan, this is where we want to be, and this is what you've got to do it. That's great to see, and I'm pleased that they're giving me their full backing and belief. As well as those, I want to say the fans as well. They've really gone through the mill, I believe, in the last few years at this place. I really do, you know, and you look at it, and really this season I was looking at it thinking, wow, no, that's not what I expected from Gillingham this year, you know, and so for them to pay their money in times of hard, I tell you, it's just in times of living aren't easy now, but they still pay their money, they get behind the boys. All I ask them is to buy in to me, to Dobbo, to Brad and Shannon, because this is a new era now, this is a new 2-year journey that I want you to be part of, and as I say to every fan, that every club I've been, you'll get everything from me, and when you support us through the bad times, those good times, they become even sweeter, so thank you.
Absolutely. One other name you've got upstairs or just across the corridor is Andy Hessenthaler. I don't know if you've got any particular memories of playing against Andy. I know there's probably still some scars on your shins maybe, but to have someone like Andy helping out in the recruitment department, that must help.
Yeah, I'm not sure either me and Andy would have had a career in nowadays refereeing and punishment of tackles. He was a tough player, you know. I played against Hess. Yeah, I played with Hess actually in a Seniors World Cup we did in Thailand, which was fantastic, you know. So he was in the over 50s crew, so I'll have to say he's slightly older than me.
Only slightly.
Yeah, only slightly. You won't mind me saying that, but he's a top guy, you know, and a top performer when he played. For him to still be involved here and to have that passion, I'm gonna call on Andy. I'm gonna lean on Andy at times to help me with the recruitment. You know, he knows the players. He's got loads and loads of contacts throughout the game. You know, we've already had a chat. We already know what I want to do. I don't make any secret that I work with quite small squads. I do like quality over quantity. I really like the small numbers, but you've got some quality in there. That's what I work with, you know, that's what I do. I think sometimes there can be too many players, and it's not fair on the ones who aren't playing. It's not their fault. They end up becoming almost disillusioned and surplus, and it, you know, I think that when I've had my good successes, it's been really sailing close to the wind with maybe not enough sometimes, and you call up a youth team player or you call up a young player who will give everything to be on that bench, you know. So, you know, there will be a change here. Hess knows the way I work and what I want to do, and I think that together we'll identify some real good players. We have scouts around the country as well, you know, looking at players, and initial thoughts are that we're going to work well together and hopefully get some good players to come to play for Gillingham. Have
you already kind of elbowed him in the ribs and said, Hess, go and find me this sort of player, please? Is that the sort of discussion you've had, or is it very much introductions?
Not yet. He elbowed me in the ribs, by the way, a few times when we played. So we'll get to know each other. I've asked him, look, come and watch training, come and see us train, come and watch the team, because I want you to feel about and get to know what kind of player I want. You know, what I what I think are good attributes in a player. Your wingers, your centre halves, your centre mid, they're all different attributes. And then the more he gets to work with me and the more I get to work with him, I think the more synergy we've got on what type of players we want in the building. And Hess is a good guy, and obviously a Gillingham legend, and it's great to have someone who's got that connection with the fans, with the club, you know, in my team. And Hess is a good guy.
In an ideal world, what will a Gareth Ainsworth Gillingham football team look like in the long term over this project?
Absolutely shattered at the end of the game because they've given everything. That will be a non-negotiable for me. If anyone leaves anything out on that pitch, I'll be asking why they've done that, because you know this is precious. Being out on that grass is absolutely precious, and believe me, I wish I could do it. You know, and I played a good amount of games. Some people don't get to play 50 games, 20 games. Take every single moment out there and make it yours, and live it and own it. You know, that's what I want them to do. But yeah, we're known for our high pressing. You know, we get the ball forward. We try and create plenty of chances for our forwards. You know, we've been known in the past to be seeing games out in a certain way. But listen, I'm a winner. I want to win games. I don't care. I sometimes watch other teams and they've won, and then people say, "Oh yeah, but it was a boring game." I'm thinking, when did winning stop becoming important? That's the only thing for me. And all I want is my teams to win games. Sometimes it'll be pretty, sometimes it won't be pretty, sometimes it'll be fantastically high scoring, sometimes it'll be 1-0. But winning is what I want to do at this football club. If we can turn Gillingham into the fortress it once was, because I remember coming here and it was a tough place to come. That's what I want to do, and hopefully we can pick up many points on the road as well. You know, long ways to go. Teams together on the coach, going to hotels, staying overnight, really getting involved and I want the team spirit to be evident here. I want everyone's fighting for each other, and everyone, all the fans, and seeing that every player has got every other player's back on that pitch, and that's my utopia. There's a lot of work to do to get there, but I'll do it, and I'll work my socks off, making sure that, you know, every stone is unturned to get what I want.
How important are the fans going to be, particularly here, if you want to make this place a fortress and make it a really uncomfortable place for other teams to come and play? They're going to be a 12th man.
Yeah, you know, 12, 13, 14, because they need to be. They need to be. That's what football fans are, you know. And I say that, you know, if a manager has to ask the fans to get behind the team, then something's gone spectacularly wrong. They're still getting behind the team. They're still turning up, and I love that. You know, I remember playing here, and we used to try and turn Gillingham round before the game when I was captain, because we don't want them kicking towards their fans at the end there. You know, and I need those fans. I'm going to need them, because that is a heck of a suction into that goal sometimes when they're cheering, when they're anticipating that next goal coming. All these moments that I remember at this place, you know, and you know, there's been some fantastic ones. I played here when I was quite an old man as a footballer, and I just remember being applauded off by the Gillingham fans, and so they understand football, they respect people in football, they know their stuff, and they've had it tough. They definitely have had it tough. I want them to get excited. I want them to see me kicking every ball, heading every ball on the touchline with the players, and knowing that they're all giving everything. And I believe that if you know your team is giving absolutely everything and they didn't win the game, you can't really complain. They've given everything. But I know from my experience that when they do that, they win more than they lose, and that's what I want to get to.
Just finally, first game in charge will be on Saturday away at Harrogate Town. How excited are you by going to Harrogate, first game in charge? You'll be here on Tuesday, of course, against Colchester, but just talk us through Saturday.
Yeah, my first time going there as well, so yeah, which is you know, incredible, because they've been in the league quite a few years now. Simon Weaver's done a great job, you know, it really has. I think they're a decent outfit, and when they came up, everyone expected them to go straight back down about 5 or 6 years ago, and they haven't. They've built, they've got some decent players, they're a well-supported team. It's a long way to go on my first trip. I'm not going to have much time on the grass with these boys, but hopefully they'll grasp some of what I want. And you know, there's not going to be too many radical changes yet. I think we've got a team that are slowly picking up points. What I want to see is, come the summer, when I can either bring some players in or set up for the squad I've got, I want this squad to be attacking next season like you wouldn't believe. But we've got a lot of sorting out to do this season first, starting with Harrogate on Saturday. But as I said at the start of the interview, I want the win. I don't want to go there just to look at my team and suss out who's good, who's not good, who I want, I want to win the game, and that paramount before anything, because I know there'll be more than a few hundred Gillingham fans going up there to watch the game. They travel really well. I don't want to upset them and make them have that long journey back like I know it is. We want to go and win the game, and if we don't, we want to scrap and fight and give everything.
Gaffer, thanks ever so much for your time. Wish you the best of luck.
Cheers. Thank you.